Hey everybody, Grandpa Jake here. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm going to go out and do flying in a little bit because it's warm, it's sunny, and the wind is down. So before I do that, I wanted to do a modification to my 3D robotics Solo. And what this is, it's some parts that came from Relish3D, and I'll put their information down in a link. Good bunch of people. And what I'm going to be doing is a couple things. I'm going to be putting these sliders on the front two legs, and it will bring them outside the view of the camera. Should you turn and you notice that leg in there, it will stomp that. And I like to keep my GoPro on wide. It gives you, I think, the totally the highest quality video, because when you go into medium and narrow, it actually it's not a physical zoom, it's a digital zoom. And anytime you zoom in digitally, you lose a little bit of the quality. So I wanted to keep it on wide, and this will help keep that leg out of view of your camera. So in a moment I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, I'm going to show you how to add some height to your Solo with these, again from Relish3D, these little extenders that fold, so that when you go to put it in a case, which I'm going to show after this video, how it fits in the really nice 3D robotics backpack. So I'm going to show you that. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on what I'm going to do, and I'm going to bring the camera around so that you can actually see me do this modification. So I'll be right back. Hang in there. Okay, let me bring this around so that you can hopefully see it a little bit better. And what you need is a Phillips screwdriver, and you've got two legs. You got one that is just connected with two screws, and the other leg you've got one of your Wi-Fi antennas in here. So that one we have to be a little more careful with. But let's just take these off a while, and I'll give you a closer view of the parts that I'm actually putting on. It's easier if you use a little bit longer screwdriver, it stays out of the way. And at the end of this, I'm going to show you those leg extenders, which really are nice. It keeps the gimbal higher off the ground and less chance of banging it if you have a landing in an area that has some high objects. So what we do, and let me show you one of the sliders up a little closer. I painted them, okay? That's the actual color this one came. I sort of thought the red would match the legs a little better, so I went and painted them. Maybe I shouldn't have done it, but I did. You've got the main base, you've got the little slider that basically will go in like so, and that's where the leg will slide back and forth, and you have a little stop, and that fits in there so nice, and that will stop your leg from sliding out. So let's go ahead, and this basically just goes in place like that. Fits very nice, fits right up, right against the light almost. And let's put one of the screws in. You can go on the Relish3D site and see this done also, but I figure I owed it to them to do this, because I think they make great products, and I just wanted to show everybody how I do it. And the slider, just remember your leg will go in this way, and basically it's going to slide back and forth like so. And this part here, the slider, just snaps over, and you've got a little bit of a detent here, and that's going to snap down here. So instead of, don't hold it too much like this, you don't want to break it, wiggle it down like that, and oops, and it snaps right in. So now you see how it fits. There's little detents, you can only put on one way. And then this part here is the easy leg to do, because we don't have the wire. So you can just bring it up, bring it on down, and then this little stopper here goes in with the other screw. So just put it in, because there's a little snap that you can fit it into a little detent. A lot of detents, but done very well. And bring that screw in. Again, don't crank things down till you break them, just snug. And that gives you your slider, and it goes up, stops on the stop, and goes back down. That's enough to bring it out of the range. It doesn't look like a lot of distance, but it'll take that out of the view of the camera. It's amazing. I think this is great. This is really nice, nice quality, nice way to do it. On my other drones, I had to do a lot of modification, buy a lot of different parts to do it, but this was well thought out. So while I'm here, let me just put one of these on. This is one of the, and I hope you can see it here, this is one of the extenders, and the reason they bend down is if you have a case, you can put it back down, snap your drone in the case, and I'm going to show you the 3DR backpack in a little bit. You're going to like that. But basically, you put them in like so. Hopefully you can still see this. It just goes in like so, and then get a grip, put your thumb there, and that's it. They're on. That way you add quite a bit of distance on there to, or height, to keep the gimbal off the ground. And you'll see on some of the DJI products, these gimbals are so close to the bottom of the legs that I don't know why they never developed it better, but 3D Robotics first made a good setup here, but they also gave you enough clearance. You don't have to worry. Even if you hit a little hard, you're not going to do any bumping into the gimbal. So anyhow, let's put this down and bring it over to this leg. This one's a little more complicated, and I'll show you why. Because you do have the antenna wire, so let's get the screws out. Take those out, and as you can see, you have a wire here. You've got some room to move around, so you don't have to worry, and it's a fairly hefty wire, but with anything, you know, use caution. So this part here, you can see the little groove in there that goes around so that the wire can get in without crimping it. And basically what you do is bring it in, over, and down. So that part is okay. So before you can put this in, because you have a little issue with the wire in that, it's best to put this on earlier. So let's put this on same way. Slider, where it says slider, is going to go towards the inside, the fuselage side of the Solo. And let's bring it right down in. And that should do it. So because you don't have as much room with that wire, you want that wire over in where it is. Let's put one of the screws in a while. Have to do this one just a little different. And then because this is on like it is, there's a little slot right here. You want to get this in this side of it here, and then you're going to have to do a little prying. So what I'm going to do is just use a small screwdriver and just pry it in that way. Oops, I hope you can see what I'm doing. Let me move this over a little bit. Can you see a little better there? That's a little hard with the camera. So you basically just got to spread the side a little bit so that it gets in there pretty good. So just put a little pressure and move it up a little bit so that it's at the furthest part, gives you the most expansion. Okay, come on. I suppose the next time I do this it'll be a little bit easier, but for now we'll figure it out. There we go. It's going there. It's just a matter of wiggling it in. There we go. Make sure my wire looks good, and it does. And I'll put the stopper in there, and we should be good to go. Except I lost the screw. There it is. So put your little stopper in. It snaps right into place. And let's put the screw right in there. Again, don't kill it when you put it in, just nice snug fit. Make sure it still slides. And mine aren't sliding as good because I did put the stupid paint on there, but I like the red. I'm sorry, but I did. And I didn't think to talk to them about getting that color. I don't even know if it's offered in that color, but it is now on mine. So, okay, let's put one of the legs on while we're at it. Again, these are pretty neat. I've showed it to you before, but they're built pretty well. And let's put it on. The part that goes snaps down, put it to the inside. You bring it down, hold the leg, snap it on. Let's put the other two on while I'm at it, and we'll take a look at it sitting up then. They go on snug. That's why I'm holding the leg so you don't snap anything, and I'm pushing straight down. There we go. So now we'll set this up, and I'll let you see it from this angle here. I got pretty good clearance just how it's sitting now off the ground, but look how much nicer it is to give you a little extension. Gives you much better height. And let's take a look at these legs. So right now we're in the normal mode. That's the normal mode, and you can see as you get the camera, and when you got it on wide, it picks up the legs, let me tell you. So not much turn there, it's going to be in. So when you slide them out, that takes it out quite a bit of difference or distance. And it only brings it down, you know, a degree or so you don't have to worry about level or anything. But it will give you that much extra turn that if the gimbal happens to get in that area, you're not going to pick up the leg. So anyhow, that was all you had to do for that. So hang on one moment, please. I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. We've got it all finished and everything is in place. You can see how it looks from the front side. And again, let's slide the legs in. That's your normal position. Back out. And that will take that out of the range of the camera. So, hope you enjoyed that little bit of instructional video and it didn't bore you too much. So this is it. And again, all these items came from Relish3D. Check them out and let me know how yours works out once you do that. So from Grandpa Jake, I hope you all have a wonderful day and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.